Hey homegirls, welcome back to another video. Today's video will be a get ready with me while you all get to know me. For those of you who are new, my name is Darielle or Dariebrionne, and for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for returning, girl. I love you so much. It's about a good 12 of y'all who are returning viewers, so thank you. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe for those of you who are not, and let's get into the video. Okay y'all, so first thing first, of course we have to prime our skin. Today I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This was going crazy a while ago. I haven't used it in a while. I've been stuck on my Maybelline primer, but I figured why not use this today. For those of you who don't know, my name is Darielle. My social medias and my YouTube, everything of that sort is I go by Dariebrionne. Brionne is my middle name, Dari is my nickname, so Dariebrionne. A lot of people always say that my name is super unique. It actually isn't in New Orleans, which is where I'm from. It is a French name. Whenever somebody is reading my name super fast, if they like haven't said my name before, like for example when I was in school or you know going to the bank, wherever, they always say Danielle, and then I always have to correct them and be like, nope, that's an R instead of an N, is Darielle. That's actually one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, I know you see that R and not an N. I love my name, so say it right. So along with my primer, I also applied the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I swear by this stuff, y'all. I don't know what it is, but ever since I turned 30, I'm 31 now, which I'll get into that later. Ever since I didn't got into my 30s, like my pores have been huge. It's so annoying, but whenever I do my makeup, this definitely helps a lot. Now I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is a color corrector. My skin has been I almost said my skin has been skinning because I'm so used to my skin just flourishing and just being so beautiful and glassy, but girl, lately I don't know what's been going on. I honestly think it's because of stress, but it needs to clear up. I just apply it on my cheeks and my forehead and just blend it out. So as I was telling y'all, I'm from New Orleans, born and raised. I am from Uptown, 3rd Ward. I really feel like me being from New Orleans is a part of me. It's in my soul. We're just different. We're a different breed of people, honestly. So the color corrector is basically right here, kind of like in the area like a mask would be at. So cheeks, a little bit right here in my forehead. Now I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of concealer. This is literally the only concealer I use 80% of the time. 80% of the time I'm using this Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. It is the Shape Tape. I am a person that sticks with what I know. You know, like this was popular years ago when I first got into makeup. 8, 9, ooh, was it 10 years ago? Girl, like 10 years ago. Wow. But I'm not sure if this has been out for 10 years, but around that time, when I really got heavy into makeup, I fell in love with this and I've been sticking with it ever since. I'm using the color Medium Tan Sand for this step. So I was living in New Orleans, that's where I was born and raised, until Hurricane Katrina, and I had to relocate to Houston, Texas. Now Houston was never like Houston wasn't a new place for me. Like, I've always came to visit because we had family here. So maybe at least once a year we were coming here to Texas, to Houston, to visit my aunt and my cousins, uncle, etc. So when Katrina hit, of course, you know, we were devastated as a whole, as a family, because basically lost everything and having to relocate without any plans on relocating. You know what I mean? Like, it's different when you've been planning to relocate for months or even years and just getting everything prepped, versus you hear in the news a storm is coming. And one thing about it, and two things for sure, whenever there was a hurricane, my family and I, we left because none of us can swim and we just wasn't dealing with it. But yeah, so whenever they announced that Hurricane Katrina was gonna hit New Orleans really bad, we left, we skedaddled, got out of there, and ended up losing everything. So never went back, living wise. So now that the concealer is over, the color corrector, I hope it's picking up on camera, but my face isn't looking as red in these areas. So when I put my foundation on, it'll just, you know, look super smooth and super natural. That's what we're going for. I know y'all are probably tired of me using this, but this is my favorite concealer, my favorite foundation, y'all. The Fenty Ease Drop. I love this so much. I use the color 17. Does it have a, no, there's not a name, it's a number, unless I'm not seeing it. But I use the shade 17, and I mix it with the All Over Glow Enhancer and Honey Citron, shade number 3. So I mix these two together. I just really do one drop of this. So even though it was a crazy and heartbreaking time having to just like relocate, just like that, looking back, I always say that Katrina was a blessing in disguise, because my family always talked about moving to Houston just to have a better life, better school, a neighborhood that we can go outside and play. Like, y'all, I wasn't even able to go outside and play just because it was dangerous. I lived in between two projects, the Magnolia and Calio project, so I wasn't able to go outside, you know, like that. It was so bad to where when the sun went down, oh baby, we had to go upstairs, because of course, I mean, bullets can fly, you know, anywhere, but if your house was gonna get shot up, or, you know, by a stray bullet or whatever, it'll mainly be like, you know, downstairs level. So we had to always, like, we weren't allowed really to just be downstairs at nighttime watching TV. We had to be upstairs. So my family always wanted to move us from New Orleans just to have a better life. And if Katrina would not have happened, who knows if that actually would have happened for us or when. So my foundation is all over. So now I'm gonna go in with my concealers. I'm gonna still use the medium tan sand, but I'm gonna also use the medium sand. So they're really like super close together. One is just a little bit lighter, just so I can have like a lighter under eye area. Moving to Houston was a game changer. So when we moved here, we were staying with my aunt. Y'all, it was, okay, so my aunt, her husband, her son, then my mama, my mom, my aunt, me, my sister, it was like 11 of us. It was like 11 of us, y'all, living in one house. The house is pretty big, to be fair. We all had like our own space. Of course, we had to share rooms. Like, I shared a room with my mama, which was okay, no problem at all, because in New Orleans, I shared a room with her anyway. But yeah, so we all 11, 12 of us was in that house for a year. And it was such a great experience, as far as like, it was just something new, girl. Like, I was able to go outside with my friends. We didn't have like no school bus transportation to like bring us back and forth to school in New Orleans. Here I had to go out to the bus stop, get picked up by the bus, get brought back home by the bus. The schools were huge. I was still considered elementary school when I left. When I was living in New Orleans, my school had just like added like on grades. But here I was in middle school. Y'all, we wore regular clothes. In New Orleans, we wore uniforms. So it was a really big, just game changer. It was, I thought I was hot as shit, okay? So from there, so Katrina happened in August. And then that summer, myself, my younger sister, my mom, and my stepdad, we actually moved to Charlotte, North Carolina for like 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. I was really sad about that because I had gotten so used to Texas and I loved it here. I didn't want to leave my friends and my school. And I had just gotten used to being here, and here we are again having to move. But I met some amazing people in Charlotte that I am still friends with till today. Love Charlotte. I would definitely go back and visit. It's been years. I need to make that trip happen. But fast forward 2.5 years, 3 years, we moved back to Texas, y'all. My junior year, we moved back to Texas. Now, even though I had loved living here in Houston before I moved to Charlotte, I was yet again devastated because I was in Charlotte for 3 years, gained friends that I was in middle school with. We went on to high school together, new friends in high school, plus my old friends from middle school. You know, like, I just got really settled. So up and moved to Houston again. By the time I came here, everybody's pretty much already have their friends, everybody's settled with their cliques, and here I am as the new girl again. So I think that's when I really started experiencing social anxiety. Is it. My junior year and senior year of high school sucked ass. So to bring a little warmth back to my face, I'm gonna use the NARS bronzer. This is the color Casino. So my second semester of being a junior is when I met Evelyn. I didn't meet her at school because she had already graduated. She's 2 years older than me, but that's when I met her. So yeah, y'all, we've been together for a long time. That's just a little backstory of my childhood and how I came up. So more to the facts about me. We know that my name is Dariebrionne. I'm from New Orleans. I mentioned that I have a younger sister, but I also have 2 brothers that grew up in Atlanta with my dad. My birthday is March 14th. Pisces gang. I am a true Pisces. All around. I am super creative. I am super emotional and sensitive, which I consider to be a beautiful thing. Recently, I've been struggling with, is it a negative thing about me to be so sensitive and to be so in tune with my feelings? But to be honest, I wouldn't change it for the world, simply because I don't want to be a cold-hearted mean, upset, don't care, don't give two F's about nothing or know what. I don't want to be that. Like, I love who I am genuinely as a person, and that's me being able to feel, me being able to connect, me being able to show other people compassion. You know, I don't want to just not care and just be cold-hearted. That's not who I am as a person. If that's who you are as a person, girl, no shade, no tea, no shade. But me personally, I love being able to be soft. And to me, being soft is just being in tune with your feelings and your emotions, and also respecting and being in tune with other people's emotions. Now that my face is bronzed, I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D to contour over the bronze just a little, you know, just to bring everything in well. Girl, I wore this palette out, okay? It's definitely time for, girl, not as falling apart. Not as falling apart. I wore this sucker down. I don't use the highlighted shades. I only use just the contour. This palette is so old, y'all. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I think now they sell it like just by, you know, like whichever color you want. That's how old this palette is, y'all. This palette is old. I definitely feel like me doing this video, I'm doing it at the right time. Lately, like I was just telling y'all about, you know, like me questioning my sensitivity and things of that sort. I think I was in the process of losing myself and just like doubting myself, doubting what I want out of life, doubting what my future should look like, doubting what I should be working on, what I should be putting my energy towards, just doubting me as a person in general. So me doing this and just like thinking about how I grew up, where I came from to where I am now. So I'm not going to get emotional. It's such a beautiful thing, and it's just like, girl, if you don't keep pushing, like, what is wrong with me? How dare I ever doubt myself? You know what I mean? Like, how dare you? How dare you doubt yourself? Like, you have absolutely no reason to doubt yourself. And the fact that I was doubting myself just because it's just like who I am, right? And what I want to do, it was just causing so much chaos. My sensitivity was just causing so much chaos. Me wanting to be a content creator was just causing chaos because I was stuck in my own head and not producing content how I should. It's like an all-around circle, you know? It's like a never-ending circle. And now I'm just to a point of like, that circle, it has to break apart. It has to break apart, and you have to keep going. So now on to highlighting. We are going to be using the Laura Mercier highlighter. This is the translucent honey. Boom, but y'all already know about this. Y'all already know about this. If I don't use this, I'm using the banana powder. Girl, I've been using banana powder since I got into makeup, but this is like the second best thing to that. And I actually allow it to bake right here. I'm also gonna let it bake on my forehead as well. I don't really allow it to bake under my eyes because my eye creases really bad, and of course you don't want creasy, what is it called, creasy highlights. So everything is now blended to perfection. After I blend it, just like but with a dry brush, I then, well, not dry, but a no product brush, I then went in with the MAC powder. This is the dark golden mineralized skin finish powder, just to blend everything in even better. So now we're gonna move on to the brows. For the brows, I'm keeping it super natural, super simple. I'm gonna be using the Refry Brow Tint. My brows are already shaped and stuff. They're not, no wild hairs or anything of that sort, so I don't need to do much to them. So I am 31 years old. I don't have any kids of my own. E and I have, we're raising our niece, her blood niece. We're raising her, but I do want to okay, sorry y'all, the camera cut off, but I do want to have kids like of my own one day. I really want a boy. If I have a boy, I'm fine. I'm fine. I maybe want it done. But I wouldn't mind a girl. I just really want a boy. My family doesn't really have a lot of males. Like for my mom, it's just me and my sister. My dad has 2 sons, but my mom is just me and my sister. My mom only has sisters, and her sisters only have girls. Yeah, so it's all girls. It's always been all girls. So I just really want a son. I do want to start soon. I'm thinking within the next 1 to 2 years, realistically 2. I want to start soon, just in case I have a girl and I want to try again for a boy, or if I have a boy and then decide I want a girl, or if I just, you know, whatever God blesses me with, in case I want to try again, I just want to, you know, get the process started. I don't want to have kids, like give birth after 36, 37. That's my preference. But if God says otherwise, then of course, you know, we make plans and God laughs at it, literally. This is just what I foresee for myself. I've never been like a really big person on marriage is. So of course, marriage is in the future, the talks as well. I'm honestly okay if it never happens. I've never just been a girl who, you know, needs a wedding and a piece of paper that, you know what, I'm not gonna say I don't, I'm honestly just scared of it, you know, like, I understand marriage, I understand the purpose behind it, the commitment, like, I understand it all. I understand the religion aspect, I understand it all. For me personally, it's just the thought of legally being bonded to someone. So you mean to tell me if I don't want to be with you no more, I gotta go to court? And a judge has to sign off on a decision that should be, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, but, I mean, we've been together for this long, so I mean, hey, I guess why not at this point? So if you know, you know, I'm not really a big eyeshadow person. I'm literally gonna always wear some type of nude or brown. And it most likely would be out of this eyeshadow palette. I have so many other palettes, y'all, and they all, well, most of them, some of them have color, but 70% of them are nudes. Why I always grab this Kylie one, I don't know. But here we are again, using a nude eyeshadow from the Kylie Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This is like one of her first ones that came out. Girl, I can't even see the name of it. Yeah, it's so rubbed off. But this is what it looks like. And I'm just gonna place it on my lid. just a little. And then just blend it outwards. Now girl, what I am into heavily, wait, not heavenly, heavily, like heavily. Is that how you say it? I feel like I'm missing a letter because I'm not trying to say heavenly, heavily. Is that a word? I don't know. But what I really like is a blush. I love me some blush. Ooh, I love me some blush. If I don't have on no makeup, I'm gonna have on some blush. Blush, little brow gel, little lip, and be on by my business, girl. I love blush. So I usually go for more of like a peachy neutral color, but recently, y'all, I had to pull out the MAC, what color is this? The MAC Dolly Mix. This pink has been hitting, okay? Granted, I do have to mix it. I mix it with the NARS Luster, or I also mix it with the MAC. It's like peach something. I'll show you that one another day. But for today, I'm mixing these two. So how I do it is, girl, I do the most. I put this one down first, the super pink one, the MAC Dolly Mix, right? Yeah, Dolly Mix. Then I'm gonna apply the NARS Luster, and then I'm gonna put this one on top of it again. I love blush. So for my blush, girl, I have this big old poofy brush. This is a Real Technique brush 400. I haven't even been telling, have I used any brushes really? Girl, anyway, so we gonna put it all on there, you know, a little shake for the excess, but we're just gonna bring it. I make like a, I guess this is like a C. Now to the other side. Blush makes me so happy. It's just so pretty, so feminine. Oh, it's so pretty. A little bit on the nose bridge. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the NARS. This is what this one looks like. And I'll show y'all closer what the MAC Dolly Mix one looks like. Y'all probably already know because that's another OG. Oh my goodness, this one just, it just brings out that pinkness, but not overdoing it. I don't know, y'all. It's just, this combination is just everything to me. It's coming out so good. Okay, so one last layer of blush. And this is what it looks like up close. So pretty, y'all. It's so beautiful. Don't forget to put a little blush on your nose, girl. We love a little rosy nose. We love a rosy nose. It's super cute. So when I'm done with my blush, y'all, don't talk about my brush either. This is the crayon case. I forgot the name of this brush, but I absolutely love this brush. I don't even know if they still sell it, but it broke somehow. But when I get done with my blush, I do like just go around it necessarily and just kind of, you know, blend it in. so it won't look like you just have a pile of blush on your face. Yeah, so even though I did do the brow tint, I think I'm gonna go in with my MAC brow pencil in Spike, just a little, because I feel like I have on a full face of makeup and my eyebrows aren't as defined. So just a little bit. So I was gonna do my hair on camera, like curl it and stuff like that, because I thought that the video wasn't gonna be as long, but I think the video was actually gonna be about 10 to 15, if not longer. So we'll just have to save that for another video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.